Hello. I decided to do another late night movie review with the lights off again because I like it more mysterious, I guess. I don't know. I'm just tired. That's the whole point of this. So what movie am I reviewing again? Well, it's another movie that I watched a month ago, so I'm going to remember it from a kind of strained memory. I actually watched it the day after I watched the last movie I reviewed, so this one's called I Care a Lot. It was released on Netflix back in February, as I said. It stars Rosamund Pike. What the fuck is her name? It stars um Ro- yeah, Rosamund Pike. So there's Rosamund Pike, Diane Weiss, and Peter Dinklage. Motherfucker. There we go. Uh, and Peter Dinklage. Um, Rosamund Pike plays a woman who specializes in elder care, particularly in conservatorships. If you're not familiar with a conservatorship is, uh, well, you obviously didn't watch that Britney Spears documentary. It's basically when a court determines that you are not uh, mentally or physically fit enough to take care of yourself. Usually mentally. It usually has to do with, you know, you're being considered mentally ill, or in the case of elderly people suffering from dementia, you are not mentally fit to take care of yourself. So the court will assign a conservator. Now that can be a family member, or sometimes a family is shows that it's not capable of taking care of a person. A court will appoint a third party, somebody who is a completely unbiased person who's supposed to only care about the old person they're the conservator of. In this movie, Rosamund Pike plays a person who does that professionally, but she's essentially a con artist who works with a local doctor to get her to claim that her patients, her elderly patients, are are senile, so she can get appointed. Rosamund Pike's character can get appointed as their conservator, and then she can basically take over their lives. Because if you're the conservator, you control a person's life, you control their money, and so basically what she does is right away she puts them in an old folks home, which is I'm pretty sure that's not how conservatorships actually fucking work. It just seems horrible. That I mean, they have a mean when they show how they do it with like Diane Weiss's. Well, the movie starts with her in court with the guy is in court against her, and he's trying to argue that he should be able to see his mother, and she's keeping the guy away from his mother so she can just keep control of the old lady. And the guy is not handling it well. He's obviously very angry. It's understandable. And he he gets in her face after the court proceedings, and then she threatens him, and it's supposed to be this weird kind of like girl power, I'm a strong woman bullshit. That message would work better if Rosamund Pike's character wasn't such a piece of shit. she's conning old people out of their lives. She's like taking everything. She like bleeds old people dry. She can control their funds, and then she's taking money from them to pay for her own services. It's fucking insane that I'm pretty sure that can't be how the system. It could be how it's allowed. I don't know enough about it. If it is, it's disgusting. But here's where the story picks up. She finds out about Diane Weiss's character, a woman with who seems to have a lot of money, but she has no family. See, it's key to them that she has no family because they don't want to have to fight family. So they do this bullshit on Diane Weiss's character, and they put her in an old folks' home where she's basically locked away, even though she seems to be completely mentally sound. But the problem is, Diane Weiss's character isn't without family. She's not even who she claims to be. She actually has a made up name and everything. And it turns out that Peter Dinklage plays her son, and he is a Russian gangster. And so he basically tries everything to legally get his mother out of Rosamund Pike's conservatorship, but nothing works because she's, you know, good at this sort of thing. So he decides to start threatening her. He tries to threaten her by threatening to kill her mother, and that doesn't seem to affect her. And so he just decides to have her and her girlfriend killed. But they both survive their attempted murderings. Like, he basically pours alcohol down her throat and then puts her in a car to drive off the edge of a cliff, but it's like into water, and she ends up surviving. And her girlfriend, she goes and finds her, goes back to their apartment and finds her girlfriend all beat up, and their apartment gets blown up. And I'm now thinking about it, I'm realizing this is actually not that good of a movie. It's all just kind of horseshit. She's just an awful person. I don't know why you're supposed to buy her as the good guy in this. She's worse than the fucking Russian gangsters, and they fucking kill people. I mean, she fucking steals old people's lives. Fuck this bitch. Anyways, she, as Peter Dinklage puts more and more pressure on her, she starts doing awful things to Diane Weiss, and she ends up. Oh yeah, when she goes through Diane Weiss's fucking uh bank accounts in her safety deposit box, she finds a stash of diamonds, and I guess that belongs to Peter Dinklage, and he wants that back too, and they end up turning somehow she ends up like fucking like outsmarting like and outdoing like Russian gangsters and fucking shit, and they end up drugging Peter Dinklage and leaving him naked in the middle of nowhere, so that when he's found, he's ruled a John Doe, and they give him a conservator, which is surprise, surprise, her. Which I'm also pretty sure that's not how a conservatorship works. If you have someone unconscious in the middle of the woods, you wouldn't just turn their life over to a fucking stranger, or you'd wait till they regain consciousness and then would see, what would happen to them. Like, the fact that you could do that the fact that you could decide this without like a judge meeting a person or seeing a person for themselves. I mean, if that's how it's working, these things shouldn't exist. But I'm pretty sure it's not how these things actually work. I'm pretty sure there has to be some movie bullshit involved in this. Um. Anyways, at the end, she's completely turned the tables on Peter Dinklage, and then they meet in the hospital where she's like, "Listen, I can control your life now, so you have to kind of call this shit off." and she is like, I'll keep the diamonds. And then Peter Dinklage basically goes, he's like, you know what? He's like, what if we do something else? He goes, there's like this conservatorship scam you have going is pretty sweet. He's like, what if we expanded on it? He's like, what if I started funding it and then you turned it into a major business where you keep running the same scam, but now on a national or maybe even global level? And she's like, well, what about the diamonds? He's like, fuck the diamonds. He's like, we'll split it. I don't care. He's like, what I'm talking about here has the potential for us to make billions. And it could be mostly legal too. And they show how they expand the business and everything grows and how she becomes wildly more successful and this big businesswoman, even though she's doing awful things to old people, stealing their lives now on a national and global level. And then remember that guy she got into a fight with at the end? While she's coming out of an interview, he walks up to her and he shoots her in the neck and she starts to bleed out. And just as he's being led away by the police, he's sitting there crying and he tells her that the reason he did it is because his mother died in the nursing home and he wasn't even able to see her. Showing that, for all her fucking glib shit about how, she just has the right to take advantage of people, like, there's real consequences for this. You fuck up people's lives and you can't just expect because, oh, I'm a girl and I'm tough and I don't know. This movie had such a mixed fucking message. I don't even know if it was technically supposed to be a comedy now that I think about it. Let me see. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm answering a fucking DM. Just a second. Uh, there we go. Okay. I care a lot. I care a lot. I care a lot. Oh no, it's just listed as a crime thriller. Yeah, that makes more sense. Um. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Oh, wait, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah. So, I care a lot. I'd give it, you know, 3 stars. Maybe like one thumb up. It's okay, but it's not that great. I don't know. It's really supposed to make you. I don't know. None of the characters are really likable in it. So it's like at a certain point you're just like, I don't give a shit what happens. I hope these motherfuckers hamlet each other and they're all just dead by the end. So yeah, I'd probably just skip this one. There's other shit. There's better shit to go watch. So yeah, that's that one. Later.